Alright, in this video we're going to go over some logic, and logic is a pretty straightforward topic that kids do well on, and it's a good opportunity to get a lot of points. So, for the class of 2013, I'm mainly making this for you. The class of 2014 actually has the truth tables in the formula booklet. So let's just look at this right now. So basically there's 5 things you need to look at here. And alright, so some of the symbols, you have negation here, which is not. This symbol right here, conjunction, means and. This symbol right here is or. I mean, they're kind of like the symbols you use for Venn diagrams. And then this just means or but not both. And then right here you have implication, which means if then. So let's look at the truth tables for these. So negation is pretty simple. It's just the opposite. So like, if you have P here, P is true. The opposite of P, not P, would be false. And if it's false, it's true. So that's pretty straightforward. Conjunction for and the thing you need to know about this is just right here. For it to be and, it has to be true, true. So if you have P and Q here, if it's true, true, it's going to be true. Anything else here is going to be false. Now, in terms of the or just means you need to have one true. So, you see here you have 2 truths. It's going to be, that's good, that one's good, that one's good. So the only one that doesn't work here is the false. And then this means or, but not both. Okay, so that means that disqualifies true, true. So in this case, it's only true, false, and false, true. Now, in terms of arguments, you have 2 if-then arguments. Okay, so if-then arguments, kids can get a little confused on this. So what I'm going to do here is give you just a little example of how this works. So if we look down here, I'm just going to do 2 propositions. P, I was born in California. We'll use my, and Q, I was born in the USA. Okay, so let's look at the implication here. So, P, then Q. So, if I was born in California, then I was born in the United States. Well, obviously that's true, right? Okay. Then you get, let's see. So now okay, so that's true, true. So the next one's true, false. So if I was born in California, then I was not born in the U.S. Okay, well, obviously that's not true, because if I'm born in California, I'm born in the USA. So that one's pretty straightforward. Now, these next 2 get a little confusing, okay? So the next one's going to be not P, so that's false, true. Okay, so here, let me just write these down. This is true, true. This is true, false. This is false, true. And then we're going to have false, false. Okay, so false, true. So what does that say? If I was not born in California, I was born in the United States. Well, is that certainly false? Well, I mean, technically, you could be born in any of the other 49 states. So since it's not certainly false, this can be true. Okay, and then look at false, false. That would be like not P, then not Q. Okay, so if I was not born in California, then I was not born in the United States. Well, again, that's not going to be, that's not certainly false either, because I could be born in Utah or Arizona or New York or whatever. So that again would be true. Now, the important thing to remember here is when you're doing these implication tables is that true, false, right here. True, false. true, false, true, false. This one right here is the only one that's false. Okay? So if we look back at our arguments here, you'll see that true, false is the only one that's false. Now, this means now this one here means if and only if. Okay, so if and only if. Now, the important thing to remember about this one is that the only true ones here are true, true, and false, false. Now, what I would recommend doing is just memorizing these. It's not too hard. If you have them down pat, it will be really easy to do these problems. Now, some vocabulary for you. A contradiction. Okay, that's when the last column of the truth tables are all falses. A tautology is when they're all true. A tautology is a valid argument. And then an invalid argument would be if it has at least one false in it. Okay. Now let's look a little bit down here. You always have to do these two. There are three commonly used arguments that are formed from the direct statement P then Q. Okay, so the converse, basically what you do is you just switch the order. It goes Q then P. Inverse, you just negate both of them, so not P then not Q, and then the contrapositive is you switch them and then you negate them. So it'd be not P then, or excuse me, not Q then not P. All right, now the best way to go through these, I know this may not be totally clear now, but we're going to do a couple problems here, and hopefully that'll get you a little more clear. So if we look at this statement right here, it says P and Q, okay, P if and only if Q and P then Q. Okay, great. Complete the truth table for the compound statement above. Okay, so the way you do these truth tables is you just do one column at a time. So P then Q, P then Q. Well, remember, for P then Q, the only ones that are true, true, and false, false. Now, so these are going to be false. Okay? Now, it says P if and only if Q and P. So that means we have to look at this column right here and this column right here. Now remember, and it has to be true, true. So this is true, true, which is good. Okay? And then you have true, false, or false, true. You just look at the order. That's no good. False, false, no. And then true, false, no. Okay, because with the and, it has to have both of them. And okay, and then we can look at the last one. So they're saying, if and only if P and Q and P then Q. Okay, well fine. All you have to do is look at this one right here and Q right here. Now it's really important that you go in order because the order is important. Okay, it's important that you go in order because the order is important. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, yeah, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Okay, anyway, okay, that was stupid. Okay, so let's move on. So true, true for implication is true. That's good. False, false for implication is true. Okay, false, true. That's good. And then false, false. It's good. Oh, okay. Oh, look what we got there. Whee! Okay, so explain the significance of your result. Well, it's a tautology. Okay, or logic, a valid argument. How do you spell that? Like tautology. Tautology. Okay. A little off today. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's move on. Let's try another one. Okay. Okay, let P and Q be the statements you watch the music TV channel and you like music. Okay, this is an old music TV channel, MTV, huh? Alright, yeah, they stopped playing music a long time ago. Now what do they play? Like that stupid show with the kids from West Virginia? That's the white trash. Or who they have? What, Jersey Shore? That's pretty bad too. Okay, consider the following statement. if you watch the music TV channel, then you like music. Now write the inverse of this statement. So remember, the inverse, you just negate it. So, it says if you, do not watch, MTV, I'll just abbreviate here, then you do not like music. Okay? And then the converse is you just switch it. So like it would be like if, and make sure you have the if then, because that's how you get, that's 1 point right there. And then so if you like music, then you watch MTV. Then you watch MTV. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. All right, now construct truth tables for the following statements. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna draw one, and I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back here with a very poorly drawn truth table. Alright, I'm going to get rolling here because this video is taking forever. Sorry, I'm not on my A game today. Oh well. Okay, sometimes you just got to play through the pain. Not that I'm in any pain, but this video is painful. It's painful for me to make, and I'm certainly sure it's painful for you to watch. Okay, so so let's just make this out. Okay, so it goes true, true for P and Q, true, false, false, true, false, false. Okay, so that's something that you need to memorize. So not P. Okay, so that's going to be false, false, true, true. Now why am I doing not P? Because I see, not P over here and not Q over here, so I know I need to use them. And then Q, so that would be, false, true, false, true, because I'm just doing the opposite of Q here. Okay, so P then Q. Okay, so true, true is going to be true. True, false, that's the only one that's not false. Or not true, sorry. And then false true is true, and false false is true. All right, bam. Okay, so not P, then not Q. Okay, so not P, then not Q. Okay, so false false, that's true. False true is true. True false, that's no good. We don't want that. And true true, all good. So you see it kind of reverses the order there. And then P or not Q. So we're looking at P and not Q. So or, it just has to have one true. So true false is true. True true is true. False false, that's going to be false. And false true is true. And then let's look at, okay, not P and Q. So not P and Q. So we're looking at these two right here. Okay, so true false is false. False false is false. True true is true. And false true is true. Okay, so we're good there. Now, which of these statements in part B are logically equivalent? Okay, well, logically equivalent just means, that they have the same truth table. Okay, so logically equivalent. Well, let's look. Which ones have the same? Oh, this one. Yeah, and this one. Oh, true, true, false, true. Woo. Okay, so, statement, I don't know how they want you to write this. Well, statement 2 and statement, this was 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and statement 3. Or, I guess you could write it out. Not P, then not Q, and P or not Q. Alrighty. So anyway, that will do it for logic. Logic is like I said before, it's pretty straightforward. I'm sorry this video took so long. I thought it wouldn't, but a lot of stuff to go through. But if you can do those truth tables pretty easily, the inverse, converse, contrapositive, what a tautology is, you should be pretty good to go. Anyway, I hope this helped out. Sorry, I know it's not my best effort, but anyway, hope it helps. late.